My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Wildfrost. Raw Lanthorn or Kai. So between Kai and Raw, basically 1 damage is the difference, and Shade Master versus Clunk Master, or Shade Mancer versus Clunk Master. Lanthorn is the interesting one here, with when hit, apply 2 spice to all allies. I think I'm gonna take Lanthorn. I think the reason is mainly because I have not taken the Snow Dwellers in a while. And also, this is one of the most interesting Snow Dweller abilities. It gives you a lot of versatility. Abattoth the Third. I mean, I'm gonna want one of them that attacks relatively common. I'm gonna take Sneasel. Let's do it, Sneasel. Head to our first battle. Against grouchies. Oh, this one's extremely grouchy. I'd love to plan better than that, but I don't know if I can. So in 3 turns' time, both of these grouchies are going to attack me. In 2 turns' time, Sneasel is going to attack one of them. I'm not really capable of lining too much of this up, unfortunately. Right, so this turn, Grouchy's going to attack for 4 to Abattoth, who is then going to get 2 extra damage and attack back for 7. Not capable of taking the character out. Ugh. Not really what I wanted. I could take 8 damage and then have the ability to respond on 2 of them. Yeah, that's not going to work out for us. I'm just going to Scrappy Sword the Grouchy on the top line. Take my lumps. I've got Snow Rods for days in my next hand. Let's start freezing the ever-loving heck out of this goblin. Windworm on the top line is going to become a huge nightmare in a moment. Should definitely start removing some health from you. No roll combos whatsoever to speak of. Start working on some Scrappy Swords here. The Snow Knight attacks Abattoth, setting us up. 2 more turns of Scrappy Swords. And then the Snow Knight will give Sneasel the ability to take it out by buffing the spice. Good lord, the little money. Oh, 2 early treasures. Yes. Show me some pepper synergy. Huh. Blaze tea for frenzy's not bad. It's probably the most impactful out of all of these. All right. And your frenzy and spice both want to go in the same deck. Pink berry juice. I mean, yeah, I know there's a dragon pepper, but there's also pink berry juice. It has been so long since I've taken pink berry juice, I will take this unapologetically. Fire Fist. When HP lost, gain equal spice. I've never taken you before, so let's do it. Let's finally run a build with Fire Fist. Okay, so in 4 turns' time, I'm going to want to kill 2 units. How do I do this best? I want to get more units to die at the same time, so the enemy attack wave will be Porcupine triggering first, and then Mimic triggering thereafter. Abattoth can take the hit on the top line, giving extra damage to the Fire Fist. So Fire Fist will have the ability to kill the Frostinger on the top line. It's just Abattoth is also going to need the ability to kill multiple units on the bottom line soon. Sunrod Fire Fist. Strike Porcupine. So you'll have 4 damage at the end of this, and then at the end of the next attack phase, you'll have another 4. And then Abattoth will kill Porcupine on the bottom line. However, if I use Scrappy Sword to hit Abattoth right now as well, I can give another 2 this turn. And then I don't need to rely on the Mimic attacking next turn. And if the Mimic doesn't need to attack next turn, I can hit it with a Snow Stick and get the triple kill. Oh no, that doesn't work, because now Abattoth doesn't do enough damage to take out the Porcupine. Which is what the Flame Water was supposed to be for. Right. This makes sense now. Oof. Well, I can still take out 2 of you. Right? Yeah. And in fact, this is probably a much... No, I can't take out 2 of you if I Snow Stick Porcupine. I'm gonna have to take so much damage on Abattoth. Oof. The Demon Eyes! Oh! I didn't think about it. I thought about it in the first case, and then in the second case, when my plans had gone astray, suddenly it was not a thing I was thinking about anymore. It's fine. It's fine. B-row. When hit, apply 3 shroom to the attacker? Well, I'll say. Abattoth the third, the second. I'll say. That seems pretty good. Let's get Bushu for some extra health. Oh, Snoof? Just freezing the enemies as well? Also particularly appealing. I haven't taken Snoof in a very long period of time. Bushu? No, I'm gonna take Bushu. Let's do health. Okay, look, I might even be more interested in this, frankly. Okay, so Baby Snowbow will die on the turn that it attacks. Unfortunately. Which is going to be next turn. Unless it doesn't attack Abatoth. Snowbow will die 2 turns after that. I'm gonna get a Woodhead out on the field. Just ready for blocking a big future hit at some point. Okay, so Snowbow dies this turn, Wild Snoof dies this turn as well if I let it attack Abatoth, and a single Scrappy Sword to Baby Snowbow on the top line constitutes a triple kill. Bushu will definitely slow down that gobbling up there, but I also like the idea of slowing down the Winter Worm. But I have a Snow Stick in the next hand to do that with. Hello, Snow Knight. Welcome to the battlefield. I can take 2 of you out in a single turn, and that's maximum right now. That'd be Snowbow and the Goblin. Go. Now, quick cycle here. I'm gonna strike the Winter Worm with a Scrappy Sword. And then a Snow Stick. That's it. Some bling, you know, it's not 50, it's not 100. It's some. Give me some early money. What if I just get choked of gold in the next fight as well? I think I want this early money. Snowcake for 12 consume applied frost? Berry Basket, with the ability to heal characters when Abatoth has quite a high amount of HP, does seem pretty good. Slapcrackers are always pretty nice to just have in the deck so that I have something to carry a decent amount of different charms. I like Berry Basket. Hopefully it'll help reinforce the decision I end up making here at Frost Traveler. Come on, Berry Sis! Oh, Colonel! Is that good? I like the idea of taking Tiny Tycho, I just don't understand how I would be able to use it here. So Colonel would be giving a bunch of health to Bushu, effectively, right now. I don't know. Maybe it is Tiny Tycho. Can I just focus the rest of the run around trying to find a way for that to work? Sure, I think the correct decision was the defend man, but I would like to try this. And if it dies quickly, look, we can do something else. Abatoth the third. Don't love this porcupine on the top line with all that health. But I can just let Abatoth take those hits, frankly. Do I want to let Tiny Tycho get hit with this, or do I want to have Abatoth block it? 3 damage this turn, 2 damage next turn. I can take out 2 units next turn, is that okay? Is that good enough? Guess it is. Put out a Woodhead. So Tiny Tycho on the bottom line helps take that unit out. And Porcupine and Mimic both attack Abatoth, and the Mimic dies to the outcome. To the poison that it gets. Ooh, Abatoth, if you're gonna do no damage, why don't you do that to a Goblin on the bottom line? Why don't you help me out that way? In cycle right now, getting some health that isn't really helpful. That Frostinger on the top line also looks like a particularly large threat. I'm gonna Snow Stick you. Before you get a real opportunity to act. I'm going to use Sunrod on Tiny Tycho, and Bushu and Tiny Tycho are going to take out the Goblin, as well as the Ice Lantern on the bottom line. Freeing up a lot of resources for us. Two Scrappy Swords will take out the Porcupine on the top line as well. Mimic is going to take itself out, similar to the previous. I could have the Frostinger die in 2 turns' time. That's pretty good. Okay. Just by letting the Frostinger attack my Abatoth 2 times up on the top line, I'll give it Tiny Tycho a little bit more damage. Quick cycle here, knowing that I'm always going to get enough damage in the next hand to be able to take care of the Snowburb. Flame Water also helps Tycho get a little bit more competitive for future. I do want them both to die at the same time, and I don't need to let Abatoth take this hit. I can just freeze you. Scrappy sword to the ringer. You can get poisoned now. Tiny Tycho is capable of taking the ringer out, and a Scrappy sword takes out the Frostigan this turn. Even if Tiny Tycho got the debuff there, the poison was going to be enough to round us out. Oh, I'm so glad to see there's a shop on the bottom line and my path here is not determined by Lumen. Oh, baby. Not super keen to dupe something as early as it's looking like I'm going to have to here. Oh, wait a second. Tiny Tycho. There's junk on the top. I could have junk to hit Tiny Tycho with. I don't really want to dupe a unit right now as well. Berry Sis is like the only unit I desperately want from the Frozen Travelers right now. Tiny Tycho could also get a lot of value out of going for some... Okay, Demon Heart. Apply Demonize, but restore 7 health to the unit is a really good heal. Also a thing to possibly target Tiny Tycho with. Peppering for the Spice in Barrage. Since that doesn't hit the units, I don't think I should really care about that much here. The Grabber with Noomlin and Yank. That would be a really good way to just give Tiny Tycho at Noomlin speed an extra frenzy. So I'm going to take that, and I think I'm also going to take the Demon Heart. Alright, Charm. What do you got? Gain Smackback. I'm gonna hold on to that. I don't think I need to use that right now, and it's not super impactful on Abba, who's the person who's best equipped to use it right now. Shrooming, when hit, apply 4 to the attacker. When hit, equal damage to the attacker, or before an enemy attacks, 1 demonize to them. So that 1 demonize would a lot of the time be, 6 damage to the first trigger of Shroom. Shrew Mine, however, would be the ability to just block the enemies up a little bit. Totem the Goat can be really powerful for taking out enemies that I don't want to attack personally. Alright. Do I want Bushu out immediately, or do I want Tiny Tycho out immediately? I think I want Tiny. Ooh! Especially here against Mako. Well, I guess both of them want to be hit. Yeah. Let's yank Tycho. And get a Totem to go down on the field, I think. Makoko on the top line is already dying here. I almost like the idea of trying to do damage to Porcupine. I can't use Demon Heart, unfortunately, here. If I used Berry Basket, I could give Tiny Tycho the ability to stand on the top line, just getting another combo. And then between a Sun Rod and a Scrappy Sword, I could kill Porcupine over the course of the next 2 turns, but that just doesn't seem good. But it is a way to play 3 more cards from this hand and cycle for free. That does seem a lot better in that context. Sure. Berry Basket at the top line. Tiny Tycho gets another attack. Ooh, the Makoko on the top line is getting so much extra damage. Rude. I'm gonna heal with Demon Heart because I desperately need that health. Let's cycle. I think Tiny Tycho does need Flame Water. There goes Infinoko. Makoko will die immediately as well. Crosshair on the bottom line. I can have you die if I use a Scrappy Sword this turn against you. But I don't need you to die this turn, you can die next turn. Let's put a Woodhead out in the front line to sop up some of the enemy's damage. 2 units die that turn to the poison as well as their Demon Eyes. Kind of need to hold Infinoko from attacking for a little longer. No! That buff the... No! Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright! Abator 3-3! Let's go. Dapper. Aimless, attacks with 7 damage. Longshot Yank attacks on a 3. Sniffers, I've not commonly had a yanking build. Aber Toth the third. And with as little damage as we have access to here by base, I think I'm gonna need Spike. Alright, Clunk Masters, let's go! These aren't the enemies I want to be fighting. I guess I can kill you both at the same time if I really want to be patient. How patient do I want to be? Quite patient. So here I could let both of them die by simply locking one with Spike and then throwing a Gear Hammer at another. I can't guarantee that none of them die to Spike anyway this round, so I should just take 2 units off board. Also gives me a free way to upgrade a Gear Hammer for free. Flask of Ink doesn't want to get played on either of these. We're far better off with both of them fast. Should probably start working on this Winter Worm, especially because Abatoth is going to get another strike before it gets to act. Use the Snowzuka to keep gobbling on the bottom line as well. And then a Gear Hammer against you. Abatoth then attacks with the Yank. Okay. Cycle for a Sunsong box, it's not going to do anything. So I know next turn both of the top line units die to Spike. Unfortunately, they also kill Spike. I don't think there's anything I can really do to change that. And I need both of them to die to Spike at the same time so that I can kill the Goblin on the bottom line. In order to get a triple kill. Yep. Either the Snowzuka goes to the top line and then the Winterworm doesn't attack, or the Flask of Ink goes to the top line and the Winterworm's unaffected because I think it doesn't hit before it also applies the ink. Oh no, wait. The Gear Hammer had to go against Snowbow last turn if I actually wanted this to work. Oh no. Okay, what else can I do? I can Snowzook to keep the Gobbling around, and then let both the Winterworm and Snowbow attack on the top line. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, if I can get a 4 kill here, this will all be worth it. That's very precarious, though. Okay, Snow Knight, Snowbow, both attacking this turn. I could use a Gear Hammer to take out the Goblin. Unfortunately, Snowbow's attacking aimlessly. Which means that letting them attack the bottom line doesn't guarantee this. They'd have to attack a line that only has Spike on, but then Snow Knight will attack Abatoth by themselves, so I have to roll a 50-50 here. Oof. Not a big fan of that. Come on, 50-50. It's another 10. Ah! That's so little money! Oh! My money. I need money. Early Charm, 2 Frozen Travelers. Help to find my run. Yeah, give me some units I can put on board. Snobble with apply snow equal to the damage dealt. Doesn't seem that impressive to me. I'm gonna take another Folby. There's more ways to benefit from trashing things than just the junk thrower. I've forgotten its name immediately. Remove charm limit, the Chuckle Charm. No reason to apply that to anything just yet. We'll go to the next Frozen Traveler and see what we have. Trash one and activate trash one when hit. Interesting. Kroger? I don't really love Kroger here. Fizzle's just very powerful. I'm gonna take Fizzle. Probably should have given Fizzle the crown here. Oh, that porcupine on the bottom line is an annoying one with the teeth. So next turn it's going to attack in Barrage and cause the Mimic to attack as well. I want both of those units to attack Spike. If Fizzle attacks Porcupine 3 times here, and I Gear Hammer the top line over the next 2 turns, I can take it out. But is there a better way to do this? I could Gear Hammer Porcupine over the next 2 turns, but then the problem becomes that Fizzle kills the Frostinger this turn. Right? 1 damage, 1 bomb. Wait, I'm attacking 3 times as well with 1 damage? Why have I got 1 damage? Did I play the Firewater on here? Flame Water? Oh, Sunsong Box. That'll make sense. So wait a second. I'm gonna do 3 damage base here on the bottom line, as well as 3 extra to— oh no, that's unfortunate. With Fizzle on the field, I don't think there's a way that I would be able to get a triple kill anymore. Dang. I'm also using one-shot Yank here as well, so that's going to be a problem too. Yeah, I can't. 1, and then I do 2, and then I do 3. Totals up to too much damage. Well, I should probably do it in the best way I can then. Cool. I could leave this Porcupine here for another turn as well, if I wanted to. Then I have to deal with doing 2 damage to it on a later turn. I'm fine with that. I'm going to use a Gear Hammer here and intentionally not allow you to attack Spike and die, because I'd like to combo with you. You are soft and weak. I can use that. So if I can do it in 3 turns time, that'd be great, when Frostinger is attacking as well. Problem is that Abattoth is going to attack in 2 turns time, so I'm going to cycle right now and see what I can do about that. Ooh. I could Snow Zook my own Abattoth. So in 3 turns time, Frostinger attacks on the top line for 3 damage against Spike. Mimic follows up, dies. On the bottom line, Fizzle kills Porcupine, as well as takes 3 damage. We die there too. No. Sorry, on the bottom line, I'm using a Gear Hammer to take out Porcupine, and then Fizzle is taking out Gobbling, and the Ice Lantern will have been taken out a turn prior to that by Abatoth. Wait, no, this is the plan where I freeze Abatoth. No, I think letting Abatoth take out the Ice Lantern next turn might be best. Is there a way for me to also take out the Frostinger on the turn after? I don't think so, unfortunately. Volby attacks in 4, so that's not going to be useful here. Yeah, I don't think there's too many different ways I can try and handle this even. Snowzook the Goblin. What else could I do? I could put Abatoth on the top line and Flask of Ink Abba so that I attack Frostinger in the front line instead. Unfortunately, that does end up just resulting in Spike dying, which I just think it's easier to avoid, frankly. Let's pop a Volby out on the field. And then next turn is Gear Hammer against Porcupine. I can even put a Trash in this hand if I let Volby take this hit. But if I let Volby take this hit, then the Mimic doesn't kill. Or doesn't die, rather. Actually, do I want to leave Gobbling on the field right now? There's a way to do that. And deal 6 damage to the Frostinger on the top line. I mean, Gobbling being a final target to leave on the board is much more appealing, I feel. Nice. Fizzle will attack fast enough to take the Gobbling out in time, which is perfect. Let's get a Junkhead out on the field. Again, I'd like to kill as many of these at the same time as is possible, so I think I will play towards that end. Cycle now for some draw, but it's relevant. I'm gonna Flask of Ink Ringer. No, I'm not even gonna hit Ringer for a couple of turns. But if it invalidates Fizzle, it makes it a nightmare for us, unfortunately. So next turn, I want to throw a hammer at Snowburb in order to get a 2-time kill if I want to. Another thing I could do is use a Gear Hammer against Junkhead this turn, getting a Junk in hand so that I can lay the Sunsong box on Fizzle next turn, so that they'll do 2 damage with their first strike, taking out Snowburb, 2 damage with the second strike. And then 3 damage with the 3rd against Gobbling. Not enough to take the Gobbling out then. Not how I wanted to see that. Okay. Throw a Gear Hammer at Frostinger. Allowing you to die to Spike this round. And then a Gear Hammer at Snowburb. And it's even 3 hits there. Now that's money. Let's use a Flask of Ink to keep this effect riding on the ringer. Happily take a hit here to get the trash in hand. And then we'll turn that into a kill. Get him, Fizzle! Well done. Yeah, it's a bit of an early shot, but I'll take it. 80 from the Blinksnail Cave. Huge pickup there. Treasure finds us. Frostbell, Haze Keg, Foggy Brew, Bling Bank. Haze Keg makes the most sense here, gives us the ability to start recycling the things that I have access to in the deck. That is to say, the junk that I have access to, courtesy of having Falby. Frostbell's also really powerful, but Haze Keg is also really powerful, so I'm not going to turn that down. Woolly Snail. Noomlin, definitely taking that. Clockwork Bomb. I haven't taken that card often. Be a good opportunity to take it for the first time. Grabber for even more repositioning of enemies. Crown go on Fizzle. Crown go off Spike and go on Falby. We get the Bread Charm, gain consume. Yeah, I mean, I probably end up putting it on a Gear Hammer. Noomlin Biscuit and then Clockwork Bomb is what I'm feeling personally in my heart of hearts. So let's do it. I'm going to keep the Bread Charm because I don't think it's important to put on anything at the moment, but it might give me the ability to, you know, target... It might give me the ability to give a card consume that I then want to have affected by something else that only affects cards that have consume. It's such a minimal line that I'm aiming for right there, but I think it's probably more impactful than a lot of the ones that I'm currently being offered. Spike is going to probably fall out of favor after this fight, if I had to guess. Oh, Snowball on the bottom line is tagging every turn. Neat. I'm going to be able to Haze Keg immediately. Sick. Let's start Gear Hammering the Winterworm on the top line then. Haze Keg on Bamboozle. That also then reveals the Snowzooka. In doing so, allowing me to freeze the Winterworm for 4 turns. So Falby's going to do 3 damage to the Winterworm, setting it up to die to Bamboozle attacking allies, and Fizzle is going to do a bunch of damage to Bamboozle on the bottom line as well. I'm going to throw a Gear Hammer against Snowbow so that it is also set up to die to Bamboozle, hitting all of its allies. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have a Gear Hammer in the next hand, so I'll cycle. Gonna use a single gear hammer against the wild snoof on the top line, and then watch Bamboozle destroy all of the units on board. Yeah! Long shot yank? Do I really want to bring Bamboozle back to the front? I think so. I'm gonna Noomlin Sunsong box so that I can play it and then Clockwork Bomb immediately after it next turn. Two units down, but we also have 2 more attacks from Fizzle coming out right now. 2 more? 1 more, as it turns out. I'm gonna freeze Boozle so that I can let Folby take hits to them happily. Getting Spike out on the field would be nice right now. But do I need it? No. Oh, there's Spike. Good to see you, buddy. It's incredibly good to see you, actually. Is. Oh, you're absolutely essential right now. I'd love Folby to take the hit on the top line here, but I'm not gonna have any confirmation on that. A single gear hammer there on the bottom line to set up. Love it. So Boozle attacks and then dies. And then Fizzle attacks Snowbow and kills it. Attacks another Snowbow and kills it. I mean, I can just throw a gear hammer onto the field here to help. We can start setting up bomb on Bam. And in fact, I'm going to slow play here to try and kill as much of the respawn wave here as possible at the same time. Because I can even set up bomb critical on 2 different characters. Freeze the hell out of that Snow Gobbler down there. And then if I use Clockwork Bomb on Porcupine on the top line, I guarantee that they die if they attack Spike. Maybe in 3 turns time, or I can have them die in 2 turns time instead. Actually, I'm just going to set up the ability to kill Bam immediately. Ha! Ace cake. So Fizzle on the bottom line is going to do 6 damage. Great. Not enough to kill the unit. Porcupine on the top line is going to take 5 health worth of damage. Great. Oh. That would be this round, though. So Folby kills Snow Gobbler, Porcupine kills Spike. No, I can't have it that way. Folby needs to be able to attack on the top line. Gearhammer takes out the Snow Gobbler on the bottom line, Porcupine takes itself out against Spike, and then Folby kills Bam. Triple kill! Ooh, love it. Got another 15 out of that by waiting. That'll give us the ability to get the Lumen as well as the crown from an upcoming store, possibly. Draw. I mean, I don't get to choose, but maybe I would have gone the bottom path, who knows? BG, apply to bomb, increase when hit. Having a front line on like a big berry, or just honestly a liner, like a big berry would be quite nice. Some additional health for my team. Probably replace Spike. Snuffle's also not bad, ever. Snuffle's a great way to just slow everything down. Honestly, maybe I do want the ability to snow everything down. Huh? Oh, we have fun. Let's go to the treasure and pick up our only option here, Broken Vows. Welcome, buddy. Woolly Snail finds us a crown as well as... Dang, can't afford anything else. Lumen Lantern gives Snuffle, like, Fizzle early fights advantage and things like that, but Snuffle would have the ability to just win every late game combat. I just freeze all the enemies forever. This is a great choice for the final fight. But also, Snuffle with just the Lumen Vase by itself is already a pretty good choice for the final fight. I wish I had one more so that I could take a Pombum as well as the crown. It's gotta be the crown. The crown is just... Like, unless something here was going to fundamentally break or change or save the run, it's worth noting, it's fair to probably argue here that the Lumen Lantern would save the run. I feel like just giving ourselves the ability to get the additional setup as quickly as possible almost always turns out to be the right play. In my experience so far, in a game that has not been out for an extremely long period of time, etc., hedge, hedge, hedge. I'm gonna Noomlin the Clockwork Bomb. Because I need to just get through Conqueror as quickly as possible. It's got teeth. It's an absolute nightmare to have to try and fight. Slow the enemies down something fierce here. You know, 4 health is probably worth saving on Volby up there, so I'm going to use a Junkhead to block. Freeze up all the enemies there for a second. I do want to get the Conqueror in the back line to attack its allies in a fair few turns. So I'm just going to haze cake you. So it'll just wipe out one of its team for us soon. Love to see that. Let's cycle. Next turn is probably the most potent turn to try and kill a bunch of things. if that were going to occur. Part of that design would probably be a Sunsong box on Fizzle. Let's do that. That reordering of the bottom line made it a lot safer for Fizzle to possibly play the game down there. So Clockwork Bomb would be... It would be 2 damage and 2 bomb to Prickle in the backline, so if I ever reached Prickle, I would kill it. The only problem is getting through the Shell Witches. Oh, the Shell Witches are also going to give themselves a bunch of additional health. That's going to be a problem. I don't think I'm ever getting through Prickle. And if Fizzle ever had to attack Conquer more than once, they would also pretty easily kill me. Yeah, this is kind of a nightmare, actually. So I let all the enemies attack here. Unfortunately, the 2 shell to each other ally prevents Fizzle from really being able to kill almost anything. But I also really don't want to let Fizzle strike too many of these units. Any of these just kills a unit on board basically immediately as well? Ugh. No, Fizzle has to attack on the top line, unfortunately. Spike would be hilariously useful right now. Oh well. Yeah, I need to just start removing units. Are there units I'm capable of not killing this turn? I also don't really want Snuffle to freeze all the enemies if I'm trying to work through them slowly right now. Maybe I just want a bunch of antithetical things. And I should just kind of settle. I think I almost planned just never to kill Prickle, but that's so much less money I can get out of this fight. Definitely gonna have to freeze Bolgo for as long as possible. Quick cycle. Conqueror's gonna attack an ally of theirs here. Love to see that. I'll have to follow up with a kill of my own as well, I just don't know if I can. I can follow up with an individual kill of my own. And honestly, it's probably worth doing. Underwhelming, admittedly. Prickle 1, 2 gear hammers, as well as an attack from any other unit. Conqueror on the top line is going to do 2 damage to me, and then another 4 damage. That's fine. I can take out 2 units this turn with that help. I don't really want a Haze Keg badly enough to Gear Hammer the Junkhead and then Haze Keg next turn. So I'm probably looking more at just throwing a Gear Hammer sooner rather than later. Right, Conquer. It's Cycle Night. Fizzle kills Shell Witch on bottom line, and then the Conqueror on the top. And we can even use Abatoth to fetch the Gobbling out of the back line. Who will also freeze for a wee bit of extra value. Sunsong Fizzle to act as soon as possible. Yeah, and then we just slowly work our way through Bolgo. I'm gonna use a single junk to get 4 more from Gobbling. That's 4 more bling. Ooh. I've even got a Haze Keg ready for Bolgo if I need it. I don't. I do have it. As it turns out, I kind of needed it. Just a little bit. That said, there were other plays I could have cycled and a bunch of other things. It's fine. Definitely gonna be going on the bottom line here. No signs or buts about this. Hello, new item. Mega Mimic behind Fizzle is really good, but only if I have the ability to nullify some of its effects so that it has enough health to really follow through. It's not good at doing that. Haze Balloon's just a nice blocker. Alright, Haze Balloon. Go to the Mantra on the bottom side. I'm going to remove 2 Gear Hammers. Yeah, especially with a Haze Keg in the deck, I definitely want to keep my junk, thank you. Next treasure has Inkberry Juice. Blaze Bomb is interesting because it's the ability to give Frenzy to Snoffle in quite an easy way, and by doing so, we would be able to freeze all of the endgame units permanently. It's either that or the Pinkberry here. Pinkberry does have Noomlin Biscuit to be able to act more freely. I'm gonna take Blaze Bomb. This is like, 49-51 there. On a different day, I could have gone a different way. Time for battle. Again, Marrow and Smog are on the same line. That's exactly what you don't want to see. Hang on. Yank. Full target to the front. Okay, that doesn't guarantee that I hit the backline unit, though. I do want to put Noomlin on something. Junkhead's also going to be super important with Smog on the board. I need to get to my ability to remove ink. Well, sorry, to ink to remove to silence units. I'm going to Sunsong Box Fizzle. And then I think I have to cycle. This will force my draw into the Flask of Ink hand, so that next turn I can Flask of Ink Marrow, so that I can attack freely on the top line. Oh, and we even get back into a hand that's going to be capable of using the extra junk that I get ultimately from Folby in 2 turns time. Flask of Ink on Marrow so that I can attack freely on the top line. Okay, Marrow. Let's do it. I'm gonna Blaze Bomb Snuffle. Who's then just gonna double freeze all the enemies on board. Okay. Marrow needs to die as soon as it's possible. Haze Keg should probably get played on Smog, who I'll probably let attack. Please attack Marrow. That's not what I wanted! Okay, Smog. Oh, this is good. actually. Yeah, Smog's gonna attack a friendly unit, and in doing so, they will die unless they kill Marrow. But if they kill Marrow, I'm pretty happy about that anyway. And then Pawpaw attacks. And if Smog dies, I'm no longer aimless, so Fizzle's response will take out Marrow. This is great. Cycle? Fizzle can't attack on that top line though. If I do, I'll die against Pawpaw. No, wait, Pawpaw won't have the thorns yet. My first attack against Marrow, second attack against Marrow, and then third attack against Pawpaw. What's the worst case scenario? So, imagine Smog attacks Marrow here. Marrow dies. People don't have thorns anymore. I still attack aimlessly. Fizzle's capable of dying this round as a result of that. If I Flask of Ink the Pawpaw, though, I think I become safe. That was the worst case scenario. But thankfully we accounted for it, so I didn't end up just dying to the Pawpaw. I'm going to Sunsong Abattoth, getting them closer to being able to pull the Goblin back forward. If I pull the Goblin back forward and then Folby attacks it dies. And I'm only capable of doing that if I Snow Zook it before its turn. Do I want to Snow Zook it though? What if I want to let Folby take this hit instead? That's fine. Snow Zook the Goblin. This way I leave myself with the ability to get multi-kills on later turns much more efficiently. Smog up there on the top line, suddenly adding all of this complication back in. Thanks, buddy. Oh, yeah, no, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, actually. No, you sit down. What do you think about this? Haze Gag coming up soon, Haze Balloon coming up soon. Next turn I don't have to worry about any attacking. Next, fastest enemy attacks on a turn timer of 4. Yeah, so I probably just play Clockwork Bomb on Smog, and then a Gear Hammer to work through a couple of turns there. Now, Fizzle, I would love to let you just attack on the top line right now. You know I would love to let you attack on the top line right now. I can't let you do that. If I use a single Gear Hammer against Smog on the top line, I get rid of my aimlessness. Fizzle has the ability to hit the Goblin 2 times, and then the Grumble once. Although if I do hit the Grumble with that extra once, unfortunately, Abattoth is going to yank Pawpaw forwards, which is not the outcome I would have wanted, alas. Okay. Pop on the top line intensity damage. Got it. I think I might be best served by putting a haze balloon on the bottom line, blocking the Pawpaw's attack. Grumble then attacks Folby, setting up the ability to use Haze Keg on a later turn. Unfortunately, the top line Abattoth is going to take 6 damage here. Alright, Folby's response causes them to die, of course. So for this Haze Keg... I think we just throw that on the Mawjaw. Keep them as invalid as possible. Hey! You're snowed, so you can't react. Why did you clear Haze? What? Ugh. That Grumble is just gonna kill a unit right now. I can't stop that. I should have thought of that last turn, frankly. Probably need to let Snuffle be the one that dies here, as much as Snuffle is deeply important to this run. Yep, not happy about it, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Landing around the long term here. Quick cycle. I'd have to put Fizzle on the top line and then Flask of Ink the Pawpaw. First strike, 3 damage. Second strike, 4 damage, takes out the Pawpaw, and then the Mawjaw on the top line would kill Fizzle. Dang. I really don't want to take Fizzle off of the board right now. But it's currently looking like the only possibility that has a chance of success. Because if I let Fizzle attack, they die. They will die. One additional health on Fizzle would be enough, because then I'd be able to get through the 2 hits on Pawpaw and use a Flask of Ink against the Mawjaw instead. Alright, Fizzle, you have to go back in the deck. And I'm gonna probably have to play Junkhead here as well. Or do I just cycle looking for Fizzle? Because next turn, both Grumbles are attacking. If I don't have Junkhead, I die. So, let's have Junkhead. It really hurts to throw away Flask of Ink and Snowzuka without playing them. I think it might hurt too much. I can use Blaze Bomb to take out the Grumble on the bottom line, then only get one junk for the next hand. I can use that junk to give Abatoth the ability to attack immediately, yanking the Grumble on the top line forward. And then I would be able to Flask of Ink Morjaw. Unfortunately, the Broken Vase is in my hand, so I'm not going to be able to use the critical effects of Snowzuka or the Clockwork Bomb. Thankfully, I know that Pawpaw is attacking an ally this turn, and in doing so, applying Demonize, which is going to be very handy. Hit the Grumble. Not really the ideal outcome for us, but it's fine. Grumble's about to deal 2 damage. Don't silence Morjaw soon, I'll be dead. So let's do that. Quick cycle here. There's Fizzle. Good to see you, buddy. Next turn, Pawpaw, and Grumble attack. Oh, and Morjaw! Worst case scenario, hell yeah. Very carefully trying to see if there's almost anything I can do here. If I put the Blaze Bomb on Abatoth, I can pull forward the Megamore as well as the Pawpaw. Accomplishing almost nothing. The way that I've cycled the enemy units, it's almost impossible for me to remove them. So Morjaw will kill Fizzle first, because they're yanked, but I couldn't put Abatoth in any other line, otherwise I would die. Yeah, this is extremely the end. Oh, I guess I could have used Flask of Ink on Abatoth, forcing Abatoth to instead attack Grumble, but then I don't get Fizzle out on the board. So what does that world look like? Imagine Grumble's not here, Fizzle's not here, Flask of Ink's not here. Well, in that world, I would be able to put the Fizzle in the front line and it would block Paw and then Paw and then die to Morjaw. But it dying to Morjaw is also not a great way to continue the fight, although it might have been the only way to possibly win it. Alas. Kill me! Well played, Morjaw. Well played. It's been a while since I've not made it to the end boss by the end of an episode. Abathos tried their absolute best right there, but just didn't manage to make it by the just by a couple of kilometers. A few hectares and a couple parsecs, but you know, it's all fine. There's more Wildfrost coming up soon, and in fact there's more in the past. The playlist is up in the top left of the screen at the moment. There is a YouTube recommendation down below, and stream past other names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. I'd Bob the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Abathos. Hopefully you'll all be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.